I'm going to be spending the next 100 days transforming this island into this, only using items that the ocean can provide us. Day 1 and we got straight to work, finding what resources we have on the island and started by replanting this sugarcane and finding all the long grass we could in hopes of getting some seeds. We then mined up this tree and crafted up a set of tools and planted the seeds we just got. I collected the saplings that dropped from the tree and decided that the small island off to the side of us would be the tree farming area. While I waited for them to grow, I wanted to tidy the area up a bit by getting rid of the gravel with the small amount of dirt that I had and started work on a mine shaft. I came back up to the surface and upgraded my tools. When I went back down I found a few pieces of iron, but I kept on mining into huge pockets of water, which is making it really difficult to get any loot. As I came back up to the surface, I could see the light, meaning that the first day was over. Day 133 was spent harvesting some crops, as well as planting our tree farming area. We then made some new tools with the iron that we collected earlier on, and then built a bridge across to our main tree farm. I then spent some time underground gathering some dirt, as I only have a limited supply, so if I want to expand the island, we're going to need as much as we can get. I was still walking around as I had no hunger bars, until I realised that there was literally food all around me in the ocean, so I jumped in Bear Grylls style and got to hunting. I continued with some more landscaping work, changing all the sand to dirt and then flattening the whole island onto the same layer. To finish off day 3, I crafted up the first pieces of iron armour. Day 4 to 5 was spent building our first starter house so we can actually store some of our items. Day 6 started with the mining expedition where we found our first diamonds and we came across an abandoned mine shaft, so we were able to collect the string and make ourselves a bed. Okay, so here's the plan. We build a giant circle around our island and fill it in with grass. Maybe we shoot off some smaller circles around the edges and tidy up our tree farm a little bit. Then we go around the whole thing with glowstone or sea lanterns and make it light up at night. So obviously we're now going to need a ton of dirt, and the only way that I can think to get this is to get some doors and just find as many patches as I can in the ocean and to mine it. So yeah, this is going to be really painful. I'm going to start off with the tree farm section so that whilst we build the rest, hopefully the trees should be fully grown by the time we're finished. I then did the same design on the other side but with sugarcane instead so we can eventually enchant our gear. And then the process began of marking out the circle, and I cannot tell you how many times I had to do this. So yeah, this is what I ended up with about 3 times. Eventually we did get it right and it turned out pretty epic looking. Now that we have the circle done, I decided to go with the sea lanterns for the outside as I can make a farm for this instead of spending hours running around the nether, so I crafted some diamond armour just to be on the safe side. So I fed my cows and got to work on gathering the materials needed to make the farm. Day 27 and I had to go back into the nether to get some blaze rods so I could brew some water breathing potions. If you do want to build this in your own world, I'll leave a link in the description down below. Here's a quick time lapse of the build. It's pretty simple, it's just really annoying when you have to deal with all the guardians. I then went to check on how many items we got, and I was pretty surprised that the whole system was full with loot, so I placed some double chests and got to work on crafting all of the sea lanterns. Once everything was crafted, we gathered up all of the items and took them back to the overworld and started the outline on the base. And that clip just cost me 40 minutes of my life, but it came out pretty cool, right? Then spent some time off camera gathering the materials I needed to build a mob farm, as we're going to be going into the end soon, meaning we'll be able to get an elytra. Usually I'd build this a little bit bigger with some more layers, but I didn't have enough string to make all the dispensers. And then of course we had to test it out to see how it worked. Days 58 to 60 was spent in the nether collecting as many pearls as possible. Once I got back to base, I enchanted some of my gear to give us the best chance at taking down the dragon. I then crafted up some eyes of Ender and sailed my way across the ocean until we saw our first bit of land. You have no idea how much I wanted to go and grab a spruce sapling, but I resisted as it wasn't part of our island. We eventually reached a spot where the pearls went through the floor, so I started digging down and fell straight into the stronghold. I seriously can't believe that it only took me 9 seconds to find the stronghold portal. But we placed in all of our pearls and jumped straight into the portal.
Nice.
We then collected up all of the XP and headed to the gateway portal to find some end cities. I only had to travel for around a few minutes before we came across the first end city. I'd already made some rockets before coming to the end, so I thought I may as well do some end busting while I'm here. The plan here was to AFK the Guardian farm to get a bunch of prismarine blocks so I could build a bigger base, but when I went to the collection system, for some reason there was hardly anything in it. So I just took what materials I had and expanded on some of the other parts of the base to make the island look a bit smarter. As we're coming to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thanks for all the love that I've been receiving on my videos. We've just hit 300 subscribers, which is crazy, and it's almost the most subscribers I've ever had on a YouTube channel, and it's only been done in such a short amount of time. But if you did make it this far, let me know in the comments what your favourite style of videos are, if you want to see more 100 day challenge videos, or if you like seeing me learn to build some new crazy farms. Our final few days were pretty much just spent harvesting our tree farm and planting some new crops around the base. Let me know if you do want to see a 200 days of this survival island, and we'll see what sort of crazy builds we can add to this. And here we have the final overview of the whole island. It definitely looks a lot better than when we started on day 1.